What's up, everybody? Tendo here, and with me I've got her ridiculousness, Hannah. And we've been thrift shopping today. We came home with some good stuff. I think it's good stuff. Do you think it's good stuff?
It's pretty good.
It's good stuff. Check this out.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for watching. Do your old friendo Tendo a favor before you watch the rest of this video. Drop a comment below and tell me something about thrifting in your area. Tell me your favorite thrift shop. Tell me how good it is where you're at. And let me know where you are. Let me know where you're thrift shopping. And the reason I want you to do that is because Hannah and I have some travel plans coming up for the next year. And we don't know exactly where we're going. We kind of have some ideas, but we want to go where the thrift shopping's good. We want to go where the flea markets are good, and maybe even where the garage sales are good, and make some more content for you guys, possibly in your area. And don't worry, old Tendo's not coming to buy all the video games out from underneath of you. He's just coming through like a lightning bolt, just real quick, stopping by, buying all the copies of Wii Fit and getting out, which is what I'm about to do here. I think all I bought was a copy of Wii Fit and that PlayStation 3 game. Not a lot here, which is kind of interesting because sometimes this Goodwill is so good, I can't stand it. It's just great. And then sometimes, like today, it's just really bare. I think what is happening is that there's a new Goodwill opening soon, and these other local Goodwills are kind of hoarding their extra stuff in the back to take to the new Goodwill, so they have plenty of stuff for their grand opening. That happens a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's what's happening now. There's not a lot here video game-wise. There's some aftermarket controllers there that I'm not interested in. Some DDR pads I'm not interested in. And pretty much all this Goodwill has otherwise is some water purifiers, some hair straighteners, and some Guitar Hero guitars. And I don't need any of that. Hannah, she scored today. Look at this jacket. That's her all day. Very colorful. She ended up buying that. And yeah, I think she should keep it. What do you think? The next stop is a Goodwill that we went to a little bit later this evening. And it was right before close, so we had to get in here and hurry. And hurry I did. There wasn't a lot of video games to go through. There was a Pokemon game. I think it was for, it was one of those packs that came with like self-print stickers. And you could print your own Pokemon stickers. I don't know. I didn't have it, but I vaguely remember it from childhood. I think a friend had it, but I didn't buy that. Not really collecting random Pokemon stuff at the moment. But these video games, there wasn't anything super great. There was Wii Fit, of course. There was a couple of games in here I didn't have. There's a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and I've had a couple people tell me this is valuable and that I should have bought them in the past. And I looked them up on eBay, and I never really see them in a way that they're valuable enough for me to worry about. But I don't know. Comment below if you know better than I do, and I should have bought that. I still haven't been convinced. A duck hunting game I don't have, a Ninja Turtles game I don't have, but it was missing its manual, so I'll wait on that one. There are a couple EB games / GameStop game cases here, but there's nothing in them that I'm terribly interested in, and pretty much all the rest of this I already have. Like this Elebits game, I just bought this like a day or two ago, so I don't need to buy it now. I couldn't remember though, because I just got it, and that artwork looked familiar, and I had to go check my spreadsheet. And it wasn't on the spreadsheet, but it wasn't on the spreadsheet because I just bought it. But Hannah remembered it, and she's like, no, you definitely bought that. Don't buy it again. So thank God Hannah was with me this time. The electronics in this store were a little bit better. There was a little bit more to dig through, but still not really anything I'm terribly interested in. But I gave it all a look over, and then I came back to the DVD section just to make sure there wasn't anything else that I missed. And there didn't turn out to be, but there did turn out to be these Super Mario Brothers DVDs. And I almost buy these all the time because I do want to watch them. But I keep putting it off because I feel like I'm going to find them on VHS one day, and that'd be a better way to watch it. There was this PlayStation motion control gun, and I probably should have bought it. I don't really know what their value is, but I'd like to have one in a box because I'm not super likely to use it a ton, and I'd rather have it on my shelves in box. So I passed up on that. It was a little bit expensive anyways. And then this Bowser toy car that I just picked up, I ended up buying that, though I won't show it off at the end of the video because I already put it on my shelf and forgot about it. But I did buy that bad boy. Very happy to find it for my Mario shelf. There was a lot of Game Boy Advance and DS games in the case here, but nothing special at all. Especially nothing special for the price that they had all of them marked at. The last stop happened early the next day, and it is a Deseret Industries, more commonly referred to by frequent shoppers here as the DI. And it's a Mormon thrift store, and I quite like these thrift stores. This is the smallest of the three that are in Phoenix, and honestly, it's my least favorite of those three. But even though it's not as good as the other two, it's still far better than all the other normal thrift stores in town. I just wish it was awesome as the other two. The other two are just magical lands for thrifting, and I always leave with stacks full of video games. And I don't know what's so different about this one. I think it's the first one they opened, and it's the oldest, and it's just run by somebody else. The other two are identical stores. The other two are funny because they're like 40 miles apiece on opposite ends of Phoenix, and you could blindfold me and drop me off at either one of the two. And looking forward into the store, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one I was in. I would have to look back out the window into the parking lot to know which side of town I was on. It's really strange, but this one's wildly different. It's nothing like the other two. Not even what they stock is quite the same. But the video games are usually okay. As you see here, there's plenty of stuff here. There's plenty of stuff here I want. So I'm going to just do a quick pass and grab the stuff that I know I have to buy, like GameCube games and stuff. And then I'll go back through and kind of look at my spreadsheet and see if there's anything here that has anything that I'm missing. Like there's a Pac-Man game for the PlayStation 2, Greatest Hits, but it's missing its manual. Whenever I come to these thrift stores, it has to be when I have a lot of time and I can sit down and really heavily consider what I want to buy. Because like there's 13 copies of Wii Fit here. I always marvel when there's so many copies of a game like that and they still have like $5-6 price tags on them like this. Because I know they won't sell them. They'll just take them off the shelf and they'll get rid of them. So why not let me have all those Wii Fits for $1? That's what I'm saying. But there's so much stuff here, and so much I have to look at my spreadsheet for, because I know I have that Corvette game for the PlayStation, but I'm not sure if I have it for the Xbox. And same with Sonic Riders. I've got that on a couple different consoles, but I don't know if I have the Xbox one. This place always does this to me because there's always so many games here. As you saw at the last couple stops, there was maybe 6 or 7 games at each store, and this one probably has 50 or 60 to go through, which is not a problem. I'm not complaining. Another great thing about these Deseret Industry thrift stores is that they're always restocking. Go back and watch some of my older videos where I go here, and there are always these carts on the end of aisles. They're always bringing out carts of fresh stuff, and I love that. Besides the kind of quality of stock that these Deseret Industries have, the other thing that makes me like this one a little bit less is how they lock this stuff up in the lockbox and put really high price tags on it. They don't do that quite so much at the other DIs, but at the same time, this does make things a little bit easier to look for. But today, I spotted this Dragon Ball Z stack of VHS and had this gentleman let me get a look at them, and he was a little bit unpleasant and a little bit clumsy. Probably not his fault. He was probably new and just really nervous or something, but he ended up dropping these VHS all over the place, and I was like, hey, don't worry about putting them back in there. Can I just have them? Because I want to take them out of the box and look at them and check them. He's like, no, I got to put them back in. And I don't know if he was just trying to cover or what, but it took him forever to put them back in, and it was a super awkward exchange. But I mean, I've got all the time in the world, so I just stood here patiently, and then once he put them all back in the box, I took them out of the box again and looked at them all and checked them all, and it's a pretty good stack of VHS. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and buy these bad boys. And there's another really good stack of games in the lockbox today. It was a lot of stuff that I would have liked to have had. I've already got that. This Republic Commander, I would have liked to have had that, but the price tag on it was just insane. Whenever they put games in the lockbox here, they're high. They check eBay prices and they list them for exactly what you'd pay on eBay. So I didn't end up buying any of these great games, but I am going to buy these VHS.
All right, we're back in the game room, and Hannah and I got some very colorful stuff, I would say. Let's hold up our colorful thing at the same time. They kind of almost go together. 1, 2, 3, go. You got a colorful jacket, and I got some VHS tapes. Talk about what you got first, and we'll talk about what I got.
So we'll just cat's out of the bag, show you this one. Boom! Colorful blazer!
That is, my grandmother would call that loud. The kids these days, the word loud is used to describe something else. Or I guess it's actually something very specific. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Marijuana?
Oh.
I don't know if it's just... we're not really smokers. Neither of us... Well, I've never participated. Have you?
No.
Have you ever partaken? I've not ever partaken. Despite some people commenting when I look tired who say I must be high. It's actually just being tired. I don't know. Maybe somebody will comment and let us know. It's either like a specific strand or kind of weed, or it's just an adjective used to describe weed that is powerful. I don't know which. But my grandmother would have said that was loud.
It screams at you. It's wha-bam. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to sell it, but I might try to pull it off. I don't know if I can, but I like it.
It fits you all right.
It's true.
All right, what else did you get?
Some super old shoes.
Those are elf shoes.
These are, I don't know what else is vintage, but these are it. So,
yeah. Genuine leather. Yeah, those are nice. What do they say inside? Willow Flex.
Hill and Dale. What a cute brand. I like it.
Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah.
They're old.
They're $4.
They smell old. I just whacked myself in the face with them. Is that everything you got?
That's it.
All right, I got a stack of games, and like I said, some VHS tapes. Let's go through these games, and then we'll talk about the VHS tapes a little bit more. I got a few sports titles, so let's get those out of the way. FIFA Soccer 2003. Fight Night Round 3. And then some BS Wii titles. Bash Party. I don't know, this might not be BS. It kind of looks okay. Some party games or something. And then Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the PS3. I don't have a lot of PS3 games, so I'm trying to buy them when I see them, but for some reason, every time I come across them at the Goodwill, they're still $6, $7. I don't want to pay that for them. But I'm glad to pay $3 for them like I did this one when I find them. Ultimate Duck Hunting. Okay. And then I Spy Spooky Mansion.
That's probably fun.
Maybe. I've got a couple different I Spy games. This I was pretty happy about. Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. It's awful heavy. It's got a big old manual in it.
Wow.
Complete. Minority Report. Everybody Runs. And of course, got the usual copy of Wii Fit, which is awesome because the last few times I've bought a copy of Wii Fit, it's been Wii Fit Plus. And I actually have way more Wii Fit Plus than Wii Fit, turns out. Which means my life is a lie. But yeah, I got a stack of VHS tapes. And they're currently out of order. But they're out of order because the guy at the thrift store who got them out of the lockbox for me dropped them. And he spent the next 10 minutes trying to put them back together. And he was very flustered. And I was like, it's alright, man. You don't need to put them back in the box because I would like to take them out of the box and look at them all. He's like, no, I got it. I guess he wasn't listening to me. But boom. That's beautiful. We've got a few viewers who have sent me pictures of their Dragon Ball collections on Discord. There's one guy that watches that sent me some videos of his whole Dragon Ball Z collection. It's huge. Sent it to me on Snapchat and made me a little jealous. His are all DVDs. I don't remember if he had any VHS or not. Maybe he'll comment below and let us know. But I like these VHS. They do take up a lot of space on my shelf, which isn't the greatest thing. But man, how good does that look on the shelf from across the room? This mural, each VHS having a little piece of a mural on it. I love that so much. They're really hard to get back in order though. You really got to look at them right. But yeah, I paid $10 for the box. There's 8 VHS tapes there. That's a little bit more than I paid for the rest of my Dragon Ball Z tapes, but I love them. I love the way that looks on the shelf. I really hope I can find more of these box sets. I'll buy them anytime I come across them. And also, you know what? I've got a small CRT sitting off screen this way with a built-in VHS player. And then my big CRT, which always sits just to this side of the camera, I don't have a VHS player for that. But I need to get a VHS player. I do that every time. More commonly known, kids, as a VCR. I need to get a VCR for my big CRT so we can start pumping some of these in the background of the videos. I love this. I'm very happy about it. All right, what's your favorite thing that you got today?
The shoes.
You like the shoes more than you do the jacket?
I think so. They're just, it's really hard to find vintage shoes like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to translate how old these are, but if you can see the stitching up close and the leather work, like it's clear, these were put together by hand. And they are very nice. What was my favorite thing, you might ask? I'll go ahead and give you a chance to guess. You know, I was just the right age for Dragon Ball Z. Some of you watching may not understand. You know, it's kind of like the slightly older generation with Pokemon. You just weren't the right age. I was like 8 or 9 years old, maybe a little younger. Me and my little brother, who's 3 years younger than me. And we were big. We were big kids. You've often heard me mention my size in these videos. And some of you are going to meet me in person one day at conventions or something, and you're going to be surprised how big I am. I promise you. Just take my word for it. Hannah is a large girl. Not large, like, you know, she's tall. She's like 7'2", right? How tall are you?
5'9".
She's 5'9". She's not super short, right? So me sitting next to her, she makes me look a little bit more normal. And Patrick, who you see on these videos a lot, he's like 8'5". Like, he's really tall too. So together we all kind of look normal. But I'm telling you this because what does this have to do with the story, you might ask? Well, when we went to CC's growing up, this is such a wild story. It's all over the place. My grandmother took us to CC's when we were growing up all the time because she couldn't afford to feed us. And so the price of back then, like $2.99, $3.99 buffet, we could go there and pig out and eat as much as we want. But what does this have to do with Dragon Ball Z, you might ask? Well, every time I was ever in that CC's, Dragon Ball Z was on TV, and it was just one of the best parts of my childhood, being 8 or 9 years old, eating all the pizza I want, Dragon Ball Z on the TV, and I would just sit there and watch it. We'd be there for like 2 episodes, and I'm tearing up because it was great.
That sounds like the dream.
That sounds like the most ridiculous story I've ever told. Well, you see, I'm a giant, therefore CC's, therefore Dragon Ball Z. It's a thing, but you have to understand the context of it all. You know, somebody commented underneath the video the other day, "Why do you brag about how big you are all the time?" And I was like, of course, I got a little bit mad at first. I was like, I don't brag. Like, here's the thing. I figured I might as well go ahead and say this on video, and I'll probably have to bring it up again sometime down the road because there's always new people coming and hearing me talk about how big I am. I am 6'6". With my shoes on, I sometimes even reach 6'8" with a pair of boots or something, a pair of work boots. I am almost 400 pounds. Therefore, most interactions I have with other humans and most of my life experiences revolve around being large. So there's not really many ways for me to tell you stories in my perspective of the experiences that I live without trying to explain to you first how big I am, because it affects everything. I go through a couple computer chairs a month because I exceed the weight limit of all of them. You know, I only ate CC's growing up because it was cheap and it was a buffet, because I was so large and me and my little brother wanted to eat more than my grandmother could afford to feed us, you know? So it's just, there's always these experiences. But this has been an episode of Storytime with Tindo, an explanation of why I love Dragon Ball Z and how big I am. Guys, maybe leave us a comment below and let us know what your favorite thing that we got today was. Somebody's got to be happy about this. Every now and then, you've bought a nice jacket, and somebody's been like, my favorite thing was the jacket.
It's so pretty.
It is pretty, I guess. I like these little beads on it. But that's not your favorite thing. The shoes are. And then my favorite thing, of course, are these VHS. Guys, you heard me mention Discord earlier. I mentioned the guys that like to share the pictures of their VHS collections. Go over there. Join the Discord. It's a good time. We all just chat about our collections. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be video games. It doesn't have to be Dragon Ball Z. We're all collectors. We're all thrifters. We're all something. Come over there and talk about it with us. Also, before you leave YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Most importantly, hit that bell notification so the next time when we post a thrifting video, when we post a gaming video, you'll get a notification and you can come and hang out with us then. Until then, guys, peace out.